Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Me and my friends Michael and Amanda are doing like this gift exchange for Christmas. And yes, I know it's only July, but I have a whole tub, like a whole milk crate, overflowing of books that I picked out for them, that I read and thought of them while I was reading, or that I just genuinely think they will enjoy. If you are Michael or Amanda, I love you dearly, but get off this video. You cannot be here right now. I will give you 5 seconds to click off and go away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're kind of gonna go through these these books, and I think a good chunk of them I'm just going to send off to them tomorrow. We're gonna send some books tomorrow anyway, so I'll just add a few. A good chunk, I think, are specifically for Michael's kids. She has 4 adorable little kids that I adore them. They have my entire heart. So I have some middle grade in here that I think they would enjoy. Jelly Bean is here because I started filming, so he came over to say hi. He wants me to let you know not to forget. You know, if you like Jelly Bean, please like this video. What do they have to do? Smash the thumbs up button? Okay. Smash the thumbs up button. You heard it from Jelly Bean. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. I normally make bookish videos, and it's just a lot of fun. You ready? You want to go sit over there, boo-boo? Okay, so I might have gone a little bit overboard on books for them. So let's see what I got them and see if we're sending them now or what ends up being my top 12 for each of them. Alright, the first 2 are old ARCs of mine. I was going to send Amelia Unabridged to Amanda because she expressed interest in this, but I do believe that she already read this. I think she might even own it. So I might send this to Michael, or it might just be donated somewhere else, but because it's an ARC, I can't really sell it or anything, so I might just send this one off to Michael as part of, like, not the Christmas stuff, just as a bonus right now. And then I got Madam by Phoebe Wynn. This is yet another ARC of mine. It's dark academia, murder mystery, and it sounds amazing. I did not think the execution was that great, but Amanda and I typically disagree on books, like, quite often. Sometimes we have the same feelings, but generally speaking, she likes all the books that I didn't love, and I didn't love this. So I think I'm just going to send this one to her now. It's not really a Christmas thing. Okay. Amanda collects Neil Gaiman books, and I think this is one that she still needs. It's American Gods, and I found it, and I tried to read it, but I didn't love it. So this was actually the first Christmas present that I originally got for her, so we're going to keep that one. And then I got this book for myself It's called Zombie by Darren Shane. I wanted a scary zombie horror book, and it just did absolutely nothing for me. But I see how it has potential. I just didn't like all the graphicness and the goriness. So this one is also going to Amanda. I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of her Christmas picks. But I think I'm going to sort them into piles, and then we'll go through deeper and pick 12 for Christmas, and then outside of that. I hope that makes sense. Then I found an arc of Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Lonnie Taylor, and I was trying to read more outside my comfort zone, but this one was just too far out for me, so I think I'm going to also send this one to Amanda. I swear I picked stuff for Michael too. We'll get there. Okay, I'm going to put Michael's kids' books with her books, and then we'll sort it out at the end. So this is Pax by Sarah Pennypacker. This is a really cute middle grade that I'm just done reading middle grade. It doesn't do much for me anymore. I think I've just outgrown them, which is fine. But I think her kids would really enjoy this, so I'm going to send that to her. And then The Collector by K.R. Alexander is a middle grade ghost story that I think her kids would like, along with The Magic Misfits by Neil Patrick Harris. This is so cute. It's this found family magical fantasy middle grade. It's adorable. I listened to it on audio, and it felt like Neil Patrick Harris was just talking to me like I was his best friend, and I loved it. I just don't see myself rereading it, and I would rather give it to a kid that would like it more. There are a couple of books in here that I have multiples of because I bought them intending for it to be one of our book club picks of the month, because at the beginning of the year we were doing one book club pick of the months where we would take turns picking one book for the month to buddy read. We've all kind of gotten busy with other stuff and went through some reading slumps and that kind of thing, so we haven't been doing them, but I'm still interested in reading these books with them, so maybe we'll do some kind of buddy read together, or we'll figure it out next year. You know, we still have plenty of time. But I told you I found a couple for Michael. So this one is specifically for Michael. This is The Shape of Family by Shilpa Somya Gowda. I'm very sorry if I mispronounced that. This was one of my first arcs. This was the best arc. Probably one of my favorite arcs that I've ever received. And the funny thing is that by reading the back and looking at the cover, I'm like, oh, I'm going to hate this. It is so heartbreaking and so beautiful. It just ripped my soul out of my body, and I want to see what Michael thinks of it. It's about this family that has a mom, a dad, a brother, and a sister, and you get all four perspectives as they go through this very intense tragedy. And I know that's very vague, but I literally can't tell you anything else other than grab the tissues. Okay. Then I read Felix Ever After by Kacen Callender. I thought about keeping this. It's a very good read. It's very hard-hitting. It's about Felix Love, who is queer, black, and transgender, which Kacen Callender refers to themselves as they, them, and they, them is also queer, black, and transgender, so the representation was great. I think that I read it once, I'm probably not going to read it again. And I also really think that Michael would love this book specifically, because she's kind of the one that got me to read Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. And then I read this hunker of a book. It's a nice floppy paperback. I read Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant. This was an unexpected love. I love this book. It's about killer mermaids and it's scary and it was great. The killer mermaids aspect kind of makes me think that Amanda might like this. It's also like a slow burn, which is usually not my style of reading, but I'm pretty sure that Amanda would love this. And Stamped: Racism, Anti-Racism, and You by Jason Reynolds and Ibram X. Kennedy. I read this. I loved this. It was very heartfelt, very hard-hitting. When I was reading this, Amanda said that she wanted it. Squad by Mariah McCarthy is this very cute, hard-hitting YA story about bullying and not fitting in, and it'll tug at your heartstrings. I thought about keeping it, but you know, Michael sent this one to me. I loved it. I think it's time for me to send this on to Amanda so she can read it and bawl her eyes out like we did. I got them each a copy of my favorite book of all time, because the original thought was that we would do this would be one of our book club picks of the month, 1 month. I still really want a buddy read it with them and just kind of get a feeling for who I am as a reader and as a person, because I think your favorite book really tells a story about you. So I was really excited for that. Hopefully I can talk them into it. But I got them each a copy of Where the Red Fern Grows by Wilson Rawls. This is a historical fiction, middle grade, about this boy growing up in the Great Depression who really wants a couple of hunting coons, but his parents say that they can't afford it, so he has to work for it himself. So this is his journey working for the dogs, and he ends up going to get them, and it's just this love story between this boy and his dogs. And if you've seen any of my videos, you know that I am a dog lover. I have 2 of them. I got this one from Michael again. This is Sex Object, a memoir by Jessica Valentini. This is a memoir about this woman's life, but it touches on things like rape culture and feminism. Reading it, Amanda said that it sounded really good, so I just thought I would throw that in for her. This one has a cool story. This is P.S. I Love You by Cecilia Ahern. This was the first book recommendation that I had on this channel from one of you, one of my viewers, and I got it right away. But then she's kind of chunky, and I've watched the movie, and the movie is very heartbreaking, and so I left it on my shelf for like 9 months, Until one day I finally was just like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna read it. Whoever gave me this recommendation, thank you so much. I absolutely loved this book. It's emotional and heartwarming and so sad. But you follow this girl named Holly, who her husband has died from cancer. And he leaves her these notes or these letters that she's gonna get throughout the first year of him being gone. And it was just, I cried so hard, but it was so good. So yet another hard-hitting emotional read that I'm sending to Michael, because I'm a monster. So I actually bought this for myself and I read it and I thought it was just fine. It gave me major The Ocean at the End of the Lane vibes by Neil Gaiman. And that is one of Amanda's favorites. So I definitely had to send this to her. This is Imaginary Girls by Nova Rinsuma. So I bought this book for myself as well. This is Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. I will link my Morgan Matson reading blog up here or over there, wherever it comes up. I think it's over here. And this is yet another one of her books that I haven't read yet. But the thing is that I don't think I'm going to. I've heard that it's good, but it's very emotional. It's gonna slap you in the face and hit you in the heartstrings. And, you know, I liked Morgan Matson's other books, but they're kind of fluffy and fun, and that's all that I want from Morgan Matson. So I'm gonna let this one go. I have to do a little more research to see if either of them have read this, because I think they both have, so I might just be unhauling this one. But I'm gonna check Goodreads and we will find out. Cloudwish by Fiona Wood. Trinkets by Kristen Smith. This one definitely was sent by Michael. I remember receiving this. I've watched most of the series on Netflix and I thought it was okay. It was perfectly fine. I don't see myself actually reading this series, so I'm going to pass it on to Amanda. Then there's Tomorrow Girls by Ava Gray. This is a middle grade dystopian that I got for Michael's kids. Then there is Harlan Coben Stay Close. I haven't read this one because it's like celebrities and paparazzi, and like, I don't like books about celebrities. Don't know why. Which is weird because I actually, when I read memoirs, I go for celebrity memoirs, nonfiction. But in fiction, I hate celebrity. I do think that this thriller might be right up Michael's alleys. Okay, so In 5 Years by Rebecca Surley is one that I read earlier this year, and it's contemporary, but there's magical realism and like a fantasy twist, and I did not think that I would like this, but I loved this book. So it's about this woman who is having like a midlife crisis, and she wakes up 5 years in the future where her apartment's different. She's not with the same fiance that she has now, and her entire life is turned upside down. And she's only there for like 5 or 10 minutes. She's there very briefly, and then she comes back, and she's trying to figure out how did she get to that life that she saw, and is the life that she saw in 5 years what she wants, or does she want to try and change it? Very, very beautiful. So So I thought that Amanda would love this one. And then I found The Fangirl Life by Kathleen Smith. I honestly got this one more as a gag gift for Amanda, because we were talking about how she's like such the typical fangirl and how like I'm not, and that is very, very true, but I thought she might need a handbook for life. I found Orphan Train by Christina Baker Klein. I thought that Michael would like this. I really got this for her for Christmas. I have no idea why I thought she would like it. It's a historical fiction. I honestly have no idea what it's about, but for some reason I thought Michael would like it. So we're gonna go with that. We're going with it. Yet another buddy read idea that I had, because I have a copy already, and I know that Amanda has talked about reading it, and it's a very big movie, so I'm sure that both of them have seen the movie, but it's gonna be a heartbreaker. So it's Marley and Me by John Gorgon. It's about loving Marley, the puppy, and so it just says life and love with the world's worst dog. One I thought we could read together was Beautiful Broken Girls by Kim Savage. It's, well, look at that cover. And it's some kind of thriller. Everyone wanted to touch us, including you. So remember the 7 places you touched me. That's where you'll find the truth. These two are both books that I have read that I rated 4 stars. I think I rated both of them 4 stars. They're both very entertaining. But I want to pass them on to Michael specifically. I think she would like these more than I did. And not that they were bad. They were really good. So we have Jane Steele, a novel by Lindsay Fay. First off, look at that cover. That is just beautiful. This one says that it's a retelling of Jane Eyre. If Jane Eyre was a serial killer, I've never read Jane Eyre, so I can't confirm or deny that. I feel like it's inspired heavily by Jane Eyre, or by Jane Steele, who loves reading about Jane Eyre. But I don't know if it's a retake, like a spin on Jane Eyre as a serial killer, but I enjoyed it. It was very thrilling, and it was a little bit slow burn there for a while, so I think that Michael would like this book. And then the other one that I read and thought of Michael while I was reading it was When All the Girls Have Gone by Jane Ann Krentz. This one follows a private investigator, which typically I don't like in my thrillers, but you follow this private investigator who is investigating this woman who is missing. This is Who Killed These Girls? The Unsolved Murders That Rocked a Texas Town by Beverly Lowry. This is the facts are brutally straightforward. On December 6th, 1991, the naked, bound, and gagged, burned bodies of 4 girls, each one shot in the head, were found in a frozen yogurt shop in Austin, Texas. So this is the true story of that. I know a little bit about this case in particular, but I know that all 3 of us like true crime. Michael and I are obsessed with true crime. So I actually have a copy myself, and I was hoping to buddy read this with Michael. God, Bella. Usually it's Bean, but Bella wants some attention. Yeah, so Bella's here now. Okay. Bella, I'm almost done. Are you ready? You want to go lay on the couch, on the bed? A Dog's Purpose by W. Bruce Cameron. This is one of the most heartbreaking novels I have ever read. I might have read it at the wrong time because I read it a week after I had to put my dog down because he got super sick. There's actually a vlog about it. If I can find it, I'll link it up here if you want to go check it out. But I read it at the most terrible time, and it hit me just right in the feels. It's going to have a special place in my heart. This is a duplicate copy that I bought because I thought Amanda and I could buddy read it in 2022. I read it last year, and then, like I said, I had to put my dog down right before reading this, or kind of like at the same time that I was reading this, and that was terrible, but I've had time to recover. I still miss that little booger so much. I don't think that's ever gonna go away, but I know he's at peace now. But I thought that next year I would be able to reread it with Amanda, so it'll be a fun time. We're gonna bawl our eyes out together. It's Not You, It's Me by Allison Rushby. It's a love story that takes place on a plane. I didn't read it. I don't think I'm going to. But I do think that Michael would really like this. It's a little bit later. We're gonna go through these books mega fast. So we have like 2 piles for each person. Michael's looks a lot bigger, but there are quite a few middle grade in here that were for her kids. I wasn't sure who would want them. So looking at Goodreads, I have found that Lucky in Love and P.S. I Like You by Casey West, both of them have already read and I think already own these, so we are going to unhaul those. Then Windfall by Jennifer E. Smith. I'm going to give this one to Amanda. Michael's already read it, although I'm not 100% sold that it's Michael's, or that it's Amanda's style anyway, but it's fine. Jodi Picoult, My Sister's Keeper. I don't think either of them will like Jodi Picoult's writing style. It's very hard to get into, kind of. Second Chance Summer, I'm going to give to Amanda, as I was looking at Goodreads. She has not read this one, so we're going to send it to her. Then we have 3 here. We have Cloud Wish by Fiona Webb, which I'm just going to unhaul. And Just Like Heaven and A Working Theory of Love, I'm going to unhaul those. So that takes care of that business. Now, I think I'm going to separate Michael's from her kids, because it would make me feel better. So I'm going to start with Orphan Train. For some reason I really thought Michael would like it, and I still think that. I can't explain why though. So I'm going to keep this. This was originally her Christmas present, so we're going to keep that. Where the Red Fern Grows by Wilson Rawls is something that I really want to buddy read with them, so we're going to keep that. P.S. I Love You by Cecilia Ahern is going to make a fantastic Christmas gift. So that's 3 for Christmas already. The Shape of Family is going to make an amazing Christmas gift. So that's 4. We're already up to 4. Okay, good. I'm going to unhaul Flipped. I'm not going to send it to her. She's already read it. And if she's already read it, I think her kids already have it. Or have already enjoyed it. I got Who Killed These Girls for her for Christmas. I'm going to stick with that. I think I'm going to send her Baby Teeth, Amelia Unabridged, and Beware That Girl tomorrow. We're going through this quick. Then, when I read both of these, I really thought that Michael would like these. as well. So I'm going to stick with my gut instinct and give these to her as part of our 12 Days of Christmas. There's When All the Girls Have Gone and James Steele. Beautiful Broken Girls and Marley and Me were buddy reads that I wanted to do next year. So let's see how many that is. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that means I have to have 3 more. So I'm going to keep Amelia Unabridged. This one is a very sad one that I read at the wrong time and it broke me. There's also a piece of fan fiction in there that I think that she would enjoy. So we're going to do that one for Christmas. I think that means I only have 2 left. I'm going to send her Felix Ever After for Christmas as well, because based on other things that she's read and she's liked, I am 95% sure she will love this. Send her It's Not You, It's Me by Allison Rushby, because this sounds a lot like the statistical love of probability of love at first sight, only this one's slightly different because they used to be friends, they meet on a plane, and maybe they fall in love and he's a rock star, and I don't know, it sounds like a lot of fun, and I honestly think that Michael would love this one. For Christmas, for Michael, are done Amanda's books. So Second Chance Summer, I'm thinking I'm just going to send her tomorrow, because I didn't really pick it for her for Christmas, along with Windfall. Okay, then Where the Red Fern Grows, and A Dog's Purpose, and Beautiful Broken Girls, and Marley and Me were all some kind of buddy read I wanted to do with Amanda, if not both Amanda and Michael. So that's 4 already for Christmas. I might just send her trinkets tomorrow. In 5 years, I actually read this and I really thought that she would like this, just because of the magical element in it. So you know what? I'm going to send this one to her for Christmas, like the original plan. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so we have to get rid of 2 more. I feel like we're doing good. Okay. So I'm going to send her Imaginary Friends for Christmas as well. Then American Gods by Neil Gaiman is one that I think she would love. I think she only needs 2, and one of them is American Gods. So I hope she doesn't buy it before next year, or before Christmas. Into the Drowning Deep by Mara Grant. I had so much fun reading this book. It is terrifying, and I honestly think it's something that Amanda would like. So I'm going to give that one to her for Christmas as well. I'm going to give her Madam by Phoebe Wynn. This is an arc that I got. I thought it was okay, but I think that Amanda would like it more than I did. It's like dark academia, murder, mystery, and then I think I'm also going to send Sex Object by Jessica Valentini tomorrow. Okay, and then that means that Zombie by Darren Shane, Squad by Mariah McCarthy, and Stamped are going to be the end of her Christmas, her 12 Days of Christmas for me. That is so cool. And then I think I'm still going to try and sneak this in there somewhere, just as like a funny cat gag gift. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. to my channel if you want to see more bookish content from me.